Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and in this video, I want to go ahead and talk to you about both GBTC, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, and their Ethereum Trust as well, all right? And the reason why I want to talk to you about this is because there's been a lot of information going on, there's been a lot of noise, and a lot of news and everything, and I want to go ahead and try to give you guys the most biased, factual explanation possible that I can, covering both Grayscale Bitcoin Trust and their Ethereum Trust as well. So first, I want to talk about what Cathie Wood has been up to. So Cathie Wood's ARK has bought another $1.5 million in Grayscale Bitcoin Trust shares, okay? So last week, they also bought GBTC shares as well, and last week's was 2.8 million. This week is 1.5 million, okay? And they did that just yesterday. And so one thing I want to go ahead and show you is we're going to go ahead and go over here and take a look at Grayscale's, their actual chart here. And then we have overlaid in here the actual Bitcoin price. So what we've seen lately is the fact that the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust price has actually been going lower than the Bitcoin price. So we can see the Bitcoin price right here. Grayscale's actually went lower and has come back up again, but it's not one for one. Normally, what should happen is that for Grayscale, I'm going to zoom out here a little bit, normally you would see the prices be very close to each other, very sticky with each other, because Grayscale is supposed to have this huge amount of Bitcoin. So basically, as Bitcoin goes up and down, the price of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust should also go up and down and in equal amounts. So we can see here, again, overlaid, it's all pretty tight until you get into about the bear market, and the bear market things get kind of uncoupled. And then we can see down here and now in November, where you have Bitcoin that's down 58%, you have your Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which is down 74%. And if we go to year to date here, we can see year to date Bitcoin down 65%, and then the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust down 76%. Okay, so I just want to point this out here because this is really important. And so again, the orange line here is the Bitcoin, and then the candlesticks are the Ethereum Trust, or the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. And again, I just want to show you guys as factually as possible, looking at GBTC versus Bitcoin, you have, again, minus 75% year to date, and then you go over here and look at Bitcoin, and it's minus 66% year to date. So as we can see here, there is a clear distinction in trading and in trading amounts, right, and in price between the Bitcoin Trust and the Bitcoin price itself. And the reason for that has been because Grayscale has been the subject of a lot of rumors and concerns that they don't actually have as much Bitcoin as they're claiming. So if you're interested in seeing their Bitcoin reserves, what you can do is you can go here on Grayscale's website itself. You can go under the SEC section of it, and you can go and you can take a look at their 10Q form or their 10K form, and I have it up right here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come down here into the section for their balance sheet. So that will be, we scroll down under assets, okay, statement of assets and liabilities, or a balance sheet here. And they can say right here, according to them, their investment in Bitcoin at fair value is, as of now, approximately, and this is in thousands, by the way, approximately $12.3 billion, okay? So that's what they're looking at right now. If you scroll down, you take a look at the next page here, you can see that their net assets for Bitcoin, they have a list of how much Bitcoin they actually own, and that's 635,000, all right, as of September 30th of 2022. They're reporting this on their financial information, okay? And this information is audited, so to ensure their compliance, that they actually do have this amount of money and this amount of assets of Bitcoin, okay? So again, trying to give you guys just straightforward the facts as I see them. They have a regulatory filing on their 10Qs and their 10Ks, and you can come in here and you can look at that information. And then you go down here, you can take a look at their Ethereum Trust as well. And according to their Ethereum Trust, what they have here is they have about $4 billion worth of Ethereum. And then you can see the quantity for this is about 3 billion or so Ethereum. Okay, so they're coming out here and they're saying this is what we have on file. Okay, So let me go ahead and give you some of the other side of the argument here, right? And the primary issue that we've seen here when it comes to GBTC is that they have not bought into what they call this proof of reserves idea that's going on out here. And proof of reserves is just basically saying, show us that you actually own the amount of assets that you claim that you do. And the reason for this is because FTX has basically destroyed any sort of trust in the crypto community when it comes to these centralized authorities. And the issue is that they have not, Grayscale has not specifically revealed the wallet addresses that they've been holding these assets at. So that's the reason why people are concerned about their holdings of Bitcoin and of Ethereum. Now, it seems like Cathie Wood is not concerned at all about this because her and her fund is moving forward to buy all of this Bitcoin Trust, $1.5 million worth of the Bitcoin Trust, and they're not concerned. They see basically that the same thing I'm looking at here, which is that it's trading at a discount to Bitcoin, and so they're taking advantage of that, and they're not concerned that they don't actually hold that much money. Now, Coinbase Custody owns the amount of Bitcoin that Grayscale says that they have on their balance sheet. And they say that Coinbase Custody Trust owns 635,000 Bitcoin on behalf of the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. And they've also come out here and said they hold over 3 million ETH for the Ethereum Trust as well. And some classic Ethereum as well, ETC, Ethereum Classic. So if you go and you compare that to the balance sheet we have here, we can see that on the balance sheet, it says 635,000 for Bitcoin. And for Ethereum, we come down here and take a look at this. And for Ethereum, that is over 3 million, okay? So far, according to Coinbase Custody, they say that Grayscale actually does have the Bitcoin and the Ethereum that they say they do, okay? All right, now if you ask me personally, okay, this is my own personal opinion, I do not prefer to buy the Bitcoin Trust or the Ethereum Trust, and instead I prefer to buy the coins instead, and then I prefer to hold my own private keys of those coins because I personally, at this point, do not trust any major financial institution in crypto. Now, there are some exchanges I like versus others, but I'm not going to go into that. But I personally, if I want to buy Bitcoin, I am going to buy Bitcoin and not the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, because Bitcoin itself, I know I own that versus taking them at their word. And they, everything I've seen so far points to the fact that they actually do have that much, according to the facts, according to what they're presenting on their balance sheet. Now, they could be lying on their balance sheet, but they're also, Coinbase Custody is also coming out here and saying they actually have that much as well. And if they are, in fact, lying, then they could be subject to some severe penalties and charges of fraud and things like that. So I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there just so you guys know. I personally do not own any GBTC, just to keep this 100% clear. And nothing I've talked about here is financial advice. I'm just trying to give you guys the best interpretation of this, just lay out the facts and come at it from an unbiased perspective. And I think that if you were to go in and buy GBTC, always do your own research. Now, that goes without saying for any project, anything you want to invest in the world. Make sure you do your due diligence and do your own research when it comes down to investing in the markets. Okay, so that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like this content, let me know, like, subscribe, and also go ahead and follow me on Twitter. This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and I hope to see you in the next video.